Hey, Tom here from MadLab, and I'm just going to quickly talk about some coach economics, how it applies to you in different systems. If you're a coach looking to make a professional wage, if you're trying to get in the industry and you're like, how can I make the most amount of money while having the most amount of impact? I'm going to show you how that's possible. Why should you listen to me? I don't say this to brag or, boast or anything like that, but the proof is in the pudding. I have made over $100,000 a year for the last 6 years as a coach. How do I do that? I'm going to show you how I do that. So let's talk about the systems first. Number one, we're going to sort of categorize business models, I guess, into three different categories: group classes, the 4/9 model, and the MadLab model. In the group class model, you're just a coach who coaches group classes. You just get paid an hourly wage to show up, coach that 1 hour, carry on with your life, carry on with your day. Okay, there's your income monthly, annually. In the 4/9 model, you're also coaching group classes, and then you have some sort of other revenue stream, or maybe several other revenue streams on the side: specialty program, nutrition, mobility, weightlifting, fitness, racing, whatever it may be. Okay, and that's spits at your monthly, annual. In the MadLab model, what is the coach role? To provide client success and then retain the client for as long as possible. Well, how does that work, and why does that spit out these bigger numbers? Okay, well, let's talk about that. In the group exercise model, the coach is paid to punch in and punch out. There's no real incentive to retain or attract new ones, and that's kind of the biggest fault of this system here. Your income potential is very low as you're just simply trading time for money. And if you spit out the math, depending on how many hours of class you're coaching, it doesn't really change that much. You probably don't get any vacation pay, you probably don't get any sick pay, and there's no real long-term opportunities for you to be successful as a career coach. Right? This is very much like a part-time job, in my opinion, in our opinion. If you look at the 4/9 model, okay, I'm paid to coach my classes plus a percentage of my secondary revenue. We're going to assume that's 45%. So whether that's personal training or, like we said, a specialty program of some kind, great, okay. But there's still no real incentive to retain or get new clients, right? Because the coach isn't paid based off of the amount of clients that they're managing. They're still just paid to coach classes hourly. So the income potential is moderate as you're just trading time for money. But yeah, you have your secondary revenue stream that can boost you up a little bit, which is sweet. But I don't see $43,000 a year as professional coach wage, right? I don't think that's going to keep many people in the industry for very long. And I don't think that's going to be a number that's going to excite a lot of people to, want to continue to do this for 10 or 15 or 20 plus years. And part of that is, again, I don't think there's a ton of vacation pay here. I don't know if there's any sick pay. And I don't really, like I said, see a long-term career opportunity here. So what are the other options? Okay, let's talk about MadLab. This is how I make money as a coach at MadLab School of Fitness in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I am paid to retain clients through an offer a professional coaching service by doing classes and PTs. How is that different than what we just talked about? The difference is I'm paid a percentage of revenue to manage those clients. So as long as the client continues to pay, I continue to make money. I'm going to make about 45% on average of every single dollar that I bill. Well, why does that matter? Because the more clients that I bring in, the more money that I'm going to make, because I have a high incentive to retain clients and attract new ones, because I don't get paid hourly to do anything. All of my income is a percentage of revenue. So I have a high earning potential because my income increases drastically without adding a ton of floor hours, right? I don't take on too many more classes or a ton more personal training hours when I bring on new clients. So I have a higher dollar per coach hour because we also have a higher average client value. Well, how does that all work? We're just going to say 60. It's an easy number. I currently manage 60 clients. I have managed as many as 80. 60 is nice and sweet. It's kind of that sweet spot. 60 clients, $299 a month, $17,940 a month is what I bill in gross revenue. Again, I'm going to make about 45% of that, which is $8,073. So my annual coach pay, $96,876. Again, we're just going to use 60 because it's an easy number, right? And then from there, if you add it all up, 74 hours a month on the floor divided by the coach pay, you're spitting out $109 a month per coach hour. Okay, well, how does that all work? Because you're paid to do the other things. You're paid to get in touch with the client. You're paid to retain them. You're paid to make sure that they're showing up. So all of the other things that go to, getting the client to show up, texting them, calling them, communicating with them. That's now part of your job. Retention is your main priority. And how does this work? Well, because you're in a coach co-op with other coaches who are doing this same thing, you can then trade hours. You can take some vacation. 4 to 6 weeks is pretty normal in this model. You get some sick pay. You wake up, your kid is sick, you can't make it in. Okay, how does that work? Well, you've got other coaches who are available to cover for you. And again, I'm in my 11th year as a coach. I have colleagues who are in their 17th year. So there's a long-term career opportunity here for 20 plus years if you want it. Okay, well, how do you get there? Well, that's the PCDP. Our professional coach development program is the program that we use to teach people how to get to 60 clients and then how to sustain and maintain that. If you want to learn more about how that works, go to madlabbusiness.com, read away. If you want to book a call with me or one of my colleagues who's also had success in this system, please feel free to. Again, also madlabbusiness.com, book a call. You'll end up talking with me or my colleague Derek, and we'll tell you if the PCDP is a good fit for you. And we'll talk about whether or not, again, you actually want to be a professional coach who makes a professional wage. And I think you probably do. So I hope to see you on a call soon.